In this video, we will see how to integrate your Drupal 8 website with this Android app. So this is an Android app for Drupal content building, and using this one Drupal content builder app, you will be able to create content for your existing Drupal 8 website. So first, I'm in Play Store and I have already installed this app. So I'll just open this now. So this is the first screen where you have three buttons. One is you can just see a list of sample applications and content of those websites. The second is to log into a demo Drupal site. The credentials are already stored, so you can just click on sign in and you will be able to log into the demo site where you will be able to create some content or edit some content and all that. So third one, you can add your own Drupal 8 website, which is what I will be showing in this video. So I'll click on the button, login by entering your Drupal site address. Here I will be able to enter my Drupal 8 website URL as well as log into that. So it's one Drupal demo 2 dot technic.com. It's a HTTPS website, so I will choose HTTPS here. It's recommended to have HTTPS because it's more secure if you're typing in your username and password. But of course your site has to work under HTTPS to be able to use that option. So first I will try to put a wrong password and click on sign in, and let's see what it does. So it's telling me that it's incorrect password. So I'll type the correct password now. Sign in. So it's not telling me incorrect password, but it's throwing me another alert, which is make sure one underscore API module is installed. So to talk to a Drupal 8 website, this Android app needs a specific configuration in the Drupal 8 website, and if you install the one API module that's in drupal.org, you will be able to, like, the Android app will be able to communicate with your Drupal 8 website to fetch the content and to post the content, so using the core REST modules. So here I'm in drupal.org. There is a one API module. It's one underscore API, and I have already downloaded it in my Drupal 8 website, but I haven't enabled it yet. So this is my one Drupal demo 2.technic.com. It's a sample Drupal 8 website. So I'll go to the extend page where I can enable modules. So here I'll hide that, and here I can look for the one module. So one is there is one module and there is one API module. If I just enable one API, it will also enable other dependencies. So let me just check one API and click on install. So it's telling me that this will also install one module and the core REST module and the core serialization module. So I will allow that and continue. So now I should have all the modules required in my Drupal 8 website. So now I will go back to the Android app and try to sign in again. So now it's throwing me a different error. It's telling me that it's not a 404 error, it's a 403 error. So it's access denied. So the user which I'm logging to here, demo 1, is not an admin, so demo 1 doesn't have access to the settings API, the JSON REST settings API that's coming from the one underscore API module. So I have to go to my Drupal 8 website and give the permission. So if I go to people, here I should see that demo 1 has a role bloggers. So I will give these permissions to the bloggers user role. Edit permissions. So here if you look for one probably at the middle of the page after node, because it's alphabetical, so there is one permission for one, which is access one module settings, but it should be given to only trusted users, which is like an admin or something, so that they will be able to configure some settings, which I will show in the later stage. But here demo 1 doesn't need this permission. Demo 1 is just trying to get the JSON REST access to the settings API, and that's in the RESTful web services section. The first one, which is access get on one settings resource. So I will give that permission and save this. So now if I go back to the app and try to sign in again, so it's not giving me the 404 error or the 403 error, but it's telling me that make sure that there is the one module is configured correctly at the page /1/settings. So basically the user demo 1 is able to access the REST get JSON API, the settings API, but it's empty because the admin hasn't configured anything on the module yet. So let me go back to my site as an administrator. Now if I go to extend and look for the one module, so the one module is enabled but it's not configured properly. So let me try to go to the configuration page of one module. So here you can see the content types of the Drupal 8 website and as well as the fields within the content type. So here we have article content type, basic page content type, and recipe content type. So I'll just first enable all these content types, and that's what the alert before was complaining, that there is no content type enabled. So it's not able to pull any content, or it's not able to post any content. So we need to have at least one content type enabled. And now within the content type, the Drupal module or the Android app doesn't know which is an image field in a content type. So this is the settings page for that, where you choose, like if there are multiple image fields in article, the Android app doesn't know which image field to use. So here we are configuring the appropriate fields. So in article, the image field is field_image, the body field is body, and there is the taxonomy field field_tags. Similarly for basic page, there is a body field body, and for the recipe content type, there is an image, there is no body, and there are like multiple taxonomy term fields. And there is taxonomy explorer. I will also enable that. I'll explain these in detail while we are using the Android app. So now going back to the app and trying to sign in again. So now I'm able to enter into the app. Now I see all the content of my Drupal 8 website. So the first tab over here is all content. The second is promoted content. The third is individual content types. So like if I go to article, I can see all the articles. By default, you see these filters. Right side panel, I can hide it or I can show it. Basically that's what the term reference fields, the terms of the term reference field are being shown here, so you can filter for the content. Similarly for page, there is one page like about a section, and there is recipes content type. So this has two taxonomy reference fields, so we see these two filters. If I hide it and I can browse through all the list, like if I scroll down, it will be fetching more and more recipes from the site. I think this is the end of the recipes in the site. So, and if I scroll up, it will try to fetch the latest node that was created or updated. And like Facebook, like if you scroll down, you get more, or if you scroll up, you get the latest and updated pages. Like if you want to see the filters section, show filters, like if I want to just see the main course or a desert, I can just apply filter, and I can see the multiple Drupal nodes that have the tag, that have the taxonomy term desert in the recipe category. And if I also want like starters, I can just apply filter. Now it's also showing the soup because that's a starter. So this is like OR filters, where I can select multiple taxonomy terms using the checkboxes, and it will show both like starters and desserts. So now if I want to use the and filter, I can use the and for the tags. So let's say I want only chocolate. So now it will try to fetch starters or desserts which also have the tag chocolate. So let me try to apply that. And looks like there are no recipes with chocolate, like no dessert or starters with recipe or chocolate. So let me try main course now. Even there is no main course. Snack? Yeah, there is a snack with the tag chocolate. So now it's showing me a Drupal node that has both snack and chocolate in the taxonomy term. That's one thing. And also you can reset the filters. Now it will show all the nodes. And let's say I can also search for it. So let me try for soup and search for it. So now it's showing me the soup node. So you can search and you can filter within the search. You can browse by content type, or you can see all the content. The other thing was if you go to the top left, the navigation drawer, it will show the user that's logged in and which site the user is logged in. And there is a taxonomy explorer sitemap where you will see all the vocabularies that you can browse, and that depends on the configuration page of the Drupal 8 website. Here at the bottom of this form you see the taxonomy explorer vocabulary section. So I have configured to show these two vocabularies and the terms within the vocabularies. So if I go back to the Android app, I can just go to recipe category and it's showing me all the terms within this vocabulary. And if I go to snack, then it's showing me all the Drupal nodes that have that taxonomy term snack. And anything like if there are multiple taxonomy terms, like a hierarchy of taxonomy terms, it will pull all those taxonomy terms as well as the nodes that belong to the taxonomy term. So this is like sitemap where you can also navigate your website using the taxonomy terms. And you can also go back to connect, which is the first screen where you can connect and where you can choose a demo site or your custom site and the sample sites. Let me try to log in again. And also you can look at the featured sites and stuff. So now I will show you how to create content, how to post content. So here at the bottom right, there is this comment icon, and so basically saying that you don't have access to post any content here. That's because we didn't configure the permissions correctly, which is I'm logged in as demo 1, but probably the demo user, the blogger's role, doesn't have permission to create any content. So let me give some permissions here, which is, I think it's in the node section, so alphabetically node. So I want to give bloggers permission to create new article, basic page and recipe, and also edit any article or basic page or recipe. So they can create or edit any content. Now I will save it and go back to the app and try again. It's still saying the same thing because I think it's cached. It's not fetching the latest permissions from the website. Let me close the app and come back again. Open, login, demo 1, password. It's a HTTPS, so I'm logging in. So now if I try to click on this post, so now it's telling me that I can post article or page or recipe. Let's say the demo 1 user doesn't have the permission to create an article but has the permission to create page. Then this radio buttons, it will only show the 2 options that the user has permission to. And now I have access to all the 3 content types. So let me just pick page. It's asking me if I want to give permission to photos or media or that stuff. Because page doesn't have any image field, I will deny it for now. So now I can just put a title, maybe page 1, some body, post. So it's giving me an error that 422 unprocessable entity. I can go to my Drupal 8 website and see why that error is happening. Maybe I can go to administration, reports, recent log messages. So here there is an error, HTTP kernel exception, which is you do not have access to transition from draft to draft. So basically I'm using Drupal core installation profile, the demo profile, and I think it's using the content workflow module. So maybe I also need some other permissions. So let me go back and give those permissions, which is like people and roles and bloggers, permissions for bloggers, and I think it's in the workflow. So I don't want to give administer workflows or user, tour, toolbar, taxonomy, system, shortcuts, search, quick edit, path 1, administer, revisions, edit. So not even node permissions, I believe. It's I think content workflow, file, no, it's not field. So content moderation. So I want to give the permission use create new draft and also maybe use publish transition and view any unpublished content, maybe view the latest version. I don't need to restore or I don't need to archive. Maybe I can do archive. So save the permissions. Now go back to the app and try again. So I have body. I can also have this HTML like body in bold. It's an HTML editor and I can try to post here. Now I have the appropriate permissions to post a page. So it's posted and actually it's unpublished, I guess, because it's in draft state. I also have the permission to publish it, but let's see if I don't have permission to change a status field from draft to something else, but it's all Drupal 8 configuration. You can use override node options module or any other modules to give the user permission to the status field or the promote field. But currently the post is live, and so now if I refresh the page, I see the page 1 app, like the page 1 node, the one that I recently created with the title page 1 and the body HTML. That's showing up in this. It's pink because it's like Drupal. It's all the nodes that are unpublished, it will show in pink color. And I can always go view post and make modifications to it, or I can go back to any other recipe, view post. This particular recipe has body, or it's about, and so like I can search for content, I can see all the content, or I can post contents like different articles, pages, recipes. So here in the recipe section, it's a form. It has an image field and also it's asking me to give the permission to attach any image from my phone. So I'll give the permission to attach, and now you see the image. Like it doesn't have a body field, so it's only title and image, and at the top right there is a camera icon to upload the image. Basically you can take a picture using the phone camera, or you can attach an image from the gallery. And if I go back and try to create an article, It has both body and image fields, so I can upload an image as well as put a body, HTML body, and post it. So if any issues, you can always troubleshoot by like from your site. Like in the recent log messages, if there is any API error or something, you should see an error in the recent log messages. And also you can install some other modules like the REST UI module, which will show all the APIs and authentication and configuration stuff. So like REST UI, install, and if I want to configure it, show all columns, REST UI, configure. So now this is showing all the core REST API endpoints that were enabled using the one underscore API module. So we have this settings API get. We have the file upload to upload a image to a content type, and also a node. You can get a post detail, or you can create a new post, or you can use the patch thing to edit a post. And you can edit these APIs by like, you can, if you have a OAuth authentication provider, you can choose the authentication provider, or make sure that whoever the user is logging in the Android app, like currently demo1 has permissions to all the APIs and module permissions like the content workflow or other stuff. So that's pretty much it. Now you should be able to follow these steps and configure this app to work with your own Drupal 8 website, so that you can just quickly take a picture from your phone and post a content type. You can write it down, or you can add an image and all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments on the video. If you have any questions, you can contact me.